there, and welcome to lesson number 3. And as you can see, I reloaded my project and I got this bug here again that my character is pinkish. So to fix this, go one more time to the different materials here and click on standard. Sometimes it just simply reloads the old settings, so that should finally do the job, I think. Alright, so that looks good. Let's save that one more time. By the way, Control S, which indicates here, Control S to save the scene, and let's save the project one more time. Okay, so let's close everything here on the left side to stay more organized. And as you can see, we have here import our mocap data. So let's actually rename this because that doesn't make too much sense to me. So let's call it animations. And we have also now our main scene here because we have to had to save the project in the lesson. So let's go right click, folder, and call it scenes. Let's just simply drag and drop that into the scenes folder so we stay more organized, and let's go to the animations and let's click on animation and let's click on idle, and you see we have a bunch of different idle animations. So let's simply take the idle R to idle L, which basically means idle right to idle left, I guess, and let's hit play. And you notice we have here our little preview window with this little character which looks funny, and yeah, here's our idle animation. So when we hit play, nothing really happens. Our character is now in our scene and stands on the ground. However, if we press W, as you can see, or press left mouse button right or whatever, nothing happens. And we need to start to attach our animation to the character. So how we accomplish actually this? Well, we need first off a controller that handles the animation for our character. Right now we don't have. When we click on our shell rig, and by the way, let's click on the shell rig and let's rename that to player, and also to the plane, and let's call this ground. Alright, so click on player, hit F to focus on it. So we need a controller to actually handle the animation. And so let's go to the assets window here, right click create, and go to animation controller. And let's call this character controller. And if we double click on this, you see we are now inside the animated tab here at the top. And right now we have any state and entry. So entry means whenever we hit play, the animation that is connected to the entry is the animation that will be played. In this case, it makes sense to have the idle animation because we don't want our character to run or to walk sidewalks or whatever. So let's take the idle R to idle left and simply drag and drop that inside our animator controller, and let's hit play. Notice nothing happens, and that is because our player doesn't have any controller attached. We just have created the character controller, however we don't have connected it to our character. So let's drag and drop that here over and let's hit play. As you can see, our character is still standing still. No animation is played. Why is that so? Well, the reason for that is our character has a different bone hierarchy than the animation, and so therefore we need to change the bone hierarchy of our character, and we do this by going to character, art, characters, challenger, and click on the child rig. And if we go here on the right side to rig, you see that the animation type is set to generic. Let's click on it and choose humanoid and click apply. And so if we hit play now, the animation is playing. So our character is in the idle state. If we are when we are still in play mode and click on animator, you notice that here's our idle animation and the entry, so which basically means whenever the player or the game starts, our player will be in the idle animation. So that is fantastic. In the next lesson, we will actually start to also add walking animation and see how we implement a logic that makes actually sense. So I hope you enjoyed so far, and see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.